Nah, seriously, on a serious note, man, this poem is dedicated to my cousin that passed away last week, man, and I went to his funeral today. He grew up in Flatbush, Brooklyn, and he lived a fast life, and they caught up with him, you know what I'm saying? And I guess this poem was fitting for that. I spit it before. This poem is about Brooklyn in the 80s. East New York, Brooklyn, Boulevard Projects, adjacent to pink houses, a slaughterhouse of humanity, straitjacket of initiative, purpose, genocide of entrepreneurs, leaders, future endeavors, a community of morbid underachievers with a ratio of 10 to 2 Morenos y Latinos, a life expectancy of 16 to 21. Such a small window, but through my window, death tolls are higher than graduate counts, where you don't count and are counted out. If you're not a pusher, you're getting pushed. Pushed to fear, to fight, to drugs, but rarely above. 50% of families are fatherless, and the other 50% are basically useless, contributing to the underdevelopment of our ruthless youth who choose to shoot, screaming, "Give me the loot, give me the loot," while others pray to stoop, thinking of ways to get out. Is it school or is it hoops? They gotta figure it out. Limited food to the mouth forces them to a criminal route. The crack epidemic was the easy way out. They're trapped in a social hopelessness where malt liquor is bottomless. Babies are raising babies and the cycle is endless. It's so sad that people are content with welfare, Medicaid, and live lifeless. Obesity is at an all-time high, where people don't eat to live, they live to eat. Residing in a food desert where options are limited to carry-outs or bodegas, liquor stores and blue juices, and excuses. Through my window, you can smell the poverty from pissy staircases and elevators, road sprays, incinerators, soil pampers, and fake gators. And the smell from outsiders who couldn't understand the world that we lived in. 62 miles east behind white picket fences is where it's safe for your children. But they insert you into my rectangular prison where they kill, beat, harass, and falsely imprison. This is why the young lords and Black Panthers built these militias to wage wars on the system to stop the injustice and change the quality of living. While mothers sit helpless, praying that sons return from Hell's Kitchen. Daughters armed being raped and turned up missing. Where's the help? Where's Mayor Koch and these crooked ass cops? This PTSD isn't just from wars abroad, but from the wars of the four corners of our thoughts. Shootouts on war courts. That's domestic violence, molestation of all sorts. You know why they call the projects? Because it's a project, an experiment, and we in it only as objects. And the object is to entrap us and blind us with low income, free cheese, and subsidized houses. Through my window, death comes swift and cold like Anchorage, and weighs heavy like anchors. Where you know the mortician on a first name basis. Prayer cards read all the thieves' funeral homes in most cases. My pops died by being shot up, but not from shell cases. But at night with so-called friends on park benches. Maybe that's why I have an emotional disconnect. I see so many faces of death. I feel like a Vietnam vet. How is my future supposed to be set when I haven't seen no one make it out the projects? You ain't promised mañana in this rotten manzana. Thank you.